It's lucky out.
Okay.
Come on.
So that's how it is. Go ahead.
Verse 4, the noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations. Matter of fact, let me read verse 3 again. I have commanded my sanctified ones, I have also called my mighty ones for mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Right.
The noise of a multitude in mountains, or in the mountains, like as of a great people. A tumultuous noise of the kingdom, or kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle.
Right, so that's this third world war where all the nations are gathering their militaries. Alright, their fighter jets, their warplanes, their submarines, all their aircraft, their missiles, their bullets, their tanks, their artillery. All of that's like the sound of a tumultuous noise in the mountains, man. The Lord's gathering all the nations for straight up anarchy, man, and complete destruction, man. Alright? And that's gonna be the end of Esau's world, man. Esau was a violent man. He came into the world by violence, and he's gonna leave the world through the same. Wherever a man soweth, that shall also reap. That's the ancient saying of old. Whatever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Our ancients knew that, man. They knew that saying. Right?
That's right here. This is Isaiah 9, verse 4. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor, and as in the days of Midian. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Right, because every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. You're hearing men screaming, you're hearing the sound of the sword, the sound of the spear. You see bodies all over, you see an arm over there, a leg over here. There's confusion, there's ambushes, men screaming on the floor, holding their stomach because they just got stabbed. Alright, horses, you know, you're hearing all of that. Garments rolled in blood, alright? But they said this one is going to be with burning and with fuel of fire. So this war is going to be fought unlike any other war. Man is going to rely upon the technology. The scripture says his inventions. The man has made many inventions. Right? This war is going to be fought over about inventions, man. Alright?
This is Isaiah 9, verse 18. It says, for wickedness burneth as the fire. It shall devour the briars and thorns, and it shall kindle in the thicket of the forest, and they shall mount up like the lifting up of smoke. Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother.
Heavy up.
So Lord,
that's a heavy scripture.
There's actually people walking around right now that don't realize that they're going to be miserable. Imagine that, you're just walking around, you don't realize what the future holds. That you're actually going to be destroyed by the fire, man. These people, they're laughing at us, they're thinking that we're a joke or whatever, but they don't realize that they're going to be miserable.
What's that? So what's that?
No, there's a bunch of simple things. That's a 2/3 right there. That's the definition of a 2/3. You know? So yeah, I mean, Jake come in all shapes and sizes, man. But one thing that they have in common is their simplicity. Their simple, childish ways, man. You know?
A beer in their right hand, and a McDonald's in their left.
In the left hand.
And then he's shaking his head off. Yeah. Like we're the crazy ones.
That's heavy,
That's
that's heavy.
really funny. Yeah, I want to read this. This is Isaiah, what is it, 13, right? Book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 5. It says, they come from a far country. It says,
They come from a far country.
from the end of the heaven,
From the end of heaven.
even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation.
Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation. His righteous anger, man. That's the missiles.
Yeah, the intercontinental.
That's the missiles. They come from a far country. Even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation and lay the whole land desolate. What weapon can lay a whole, like, hundreds of square miles of land is desolate? That come from a far country. That's the missiles, man. That's the missiles.
Shalom, man.
Yes, God. Shalom, shalom.
Right. You see it? That's the missiles, because Isaiah saw this, man. He was, I don't know how because you can be in visions with your eyes open, or you could be in vision on your night's bed when you're asleep.
Yes, brother.
Some of it, like, I think it was Abraham, or was it Jacob, he fell into a trance.
Yeah.
And he saw Jacob's ladder. Alright? And then Peter fell into a trance. And he saw he saw a sheep to the four corners, all manner of unclean foul beasts and birds.
Yeah, when she misunderstood.
Right?
Transfiguration was told you that was a video of God.
You know? That's right.
Yep.
But Isaiah saw the missiles. And he actually saw them. He actually saw the nuclear destruction of Florida destruction. He saw the missiles going from all the continents, man. He saw this. He saw this. He saw them coming from one country. See all these little things here? These are all the missiles. Destroying America. So this is exactly what Isaiah saw.
And John the Revelator too.
And if Isaiah saw this, then that's how you know that Isaiah knew that the earth wasn't flat. He knew it was a circle. You know? He saw the missiles when they described them as being arrows, man. Or as weapons of the Lord's indignation. Because they didn't really know what they were.
She turned herself down into the look brown.
That's how desperate the offer feeling.
Yeah, that looks disgusting.
That looks gross, man.
That looks horrible.
Trying to get that.
Trying to get that medicine.
Brass and the bird.
Yes, brass. I saw one of them on the way here
I
today as
wouldn't call
well.
that a bad hair day. That is a bad skin day, boy.
The most I's gonna get a tan in the missile destruction.
Yeah, they're gonna get a ton on right.
They're gonna get a tan beyond my
They want to look dark, right? They're gonna look dark.
They're gonna look crispy. Bacon. Barbecue. Just
First,
I saw something last week on the way home, just coming out of the shop. I turned around, now I heard bang, turned around, one Edomite just on the floor, flat out, Edomite girl. Shaping everything, but she was just out, and I had to turn her around. So I don't know if it's epileptic fit or something, you know what I mean? But judgment, same way, judgment, you know, on the way home last week.
You know? That's right, man. So Esau's got a comment to him, man. Brothers all over the States are making videos about Esau falling from power. He's falling from power on all levels. He's so big. All kind of, the other nations don't like this guy Trump, man.
But you know though, I like Trump.
They don't like him. They don't like Trump because Trump, he's speaking arrogantly, man. About the other, and the 8 other nations are looking at this guy like, what is that for this, man?
Right.
Iran, and all of them. They don't like Trump, man.
But you know, though, I like Trump because, see, what Trump's doing, Trump is fulfilling the book, man. Trump is moving.
Right.
DJ Trump, he's doing his thing. He's getting down, man. You know, and the nations are laughing at him because he was in the UN, right? And he gave a speech, a proud-ass speech. And everybody looked at this guy like, yeah, right, that's fucking shit, man. That's why they started laughing at him. You know, and then he said in his speech, I didn't expect that. Because I mean, all of the nations, they see the weakness of America, man. They see that America is not as powerful as the Prime Minister or President says that they are. Okay, it's all a big hoax, it's a joke now. It's a big lie. That America's all beyond and great. Nah, man, not anymore. Had its time, but not anymore.
You know? That's some bullshit. And listen, we're living in the times where America is going to be no more. Okay? We're living in those times, man. You know? Sometimes I feel like it hasn't come quick enough because I've been waiting for this thing for the past 9 years, man.
Why?
Forever.
I've been waiting for this thing. I dropped out of uni for this because I got shook because I thought the judgment was coming, man.
No, it's serious.
I got my garment ready and everything, man. So I thought, yeah, quick, for the missiles drop, man. And I've been waiting for years ever since that time. I remember the first day when I went out there in the highways and byways. Alright? I was a bit all over the place, but I felt like the Most High was watching me even still. But we're living in these times right now, man. And we, like I said, the only way we know we're near the doors is by the signs. The signs, man. Speaking with a guy the other day, and he said we've seen more moon phases than ever before. Super moons, blood moons, full, you know, eclipses. So much so than ever before.
Yeah, the one you know what you said, right?
Isaiah 13, please. Isaiah 13. I want to read the whole thing. But that right there, that's going into the end, man, of Esau's war. Because I want to be at the forefront. Man, women and perks, that's just perks, man.
That's nothing.
I want to be.
That's nothing.
I want to be there to set righteousness on earth, man. I want to clean up the earth.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I want to be there. I want to be one of the gods that's cleaning up the earth and fucking and ordering the nations, man. You know what I'm saying? Doing what the commandment that we're going to be given, man. What we're going to be doing to the other nations. I want to be cleaning up the earth, the universe. You know, making it like the Garden of Eden again, man.
Wow. That's a spirit, brother.
You know what I'm
Look at the floor. Look at this. Pure bubblegum, pure chewing gum, all over.
Concrete.
Yeah? This is disgusting. Look at it, goes way up the top here.
Just call me here in the kingdom.
This can't be. Look at that. Disgusting.
Can't be going on in the kingdom.
Right. Cigarette
Butts, yeah? You name it.
That's why it says in the book of Malachi 1, it says that Esau will return to build back the wilderness, build back the desolate places.
Yeah.
This ain't nothing but a big gigantic wilderness.
Shithole.
And it is a wilderness because in the wilderness you wouldn't have wild animals, right? So when you look around, the people don't act like animals, they act like wild animals because we're in the wild. This is a wild place with no law and order, with no instruction.
You know? But I want to be there, man. To establish righteousness on earth.
Well, you'll be there. You just it's all in the faith,
I
bro.
want to be like partake in the first resurrection. I want to be like I want to be a part of the guys that's setting all in place and in order.
If you believe,
You know? I don't want to be the 2/3, man. I mean, if I get destroyed, then yeah, at least I come back in the 2/3. At least I don't want to come back into slavery. That's like the worst. That's like the worst thing imaginable.
God. But yeah,
That's
brother,
the worst thing.
You gotta let him read the scripture. Isaiah 13.
From go to where are you at?
Where's that thing?
Verse 6.
Isaiah 13 and 6, and it says, how ye, for the day of Yahweh is at hand, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Right. And that's how you know that's a destruction. A destruction from the Almighty. Where,
And it says, therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
right, so we're coming to a time of absolute fear.
Yes.
How many of you brothers remember the time that you was in complete fear? If you can't remember, then you're about to experience the time. You're about to experience such a time. You're going to be in complete fear. And you're going to see people in complete fear. You're going to be seeing it in the street, man. People run up and down screaming, "Ah!" and everything like that. You were seeing grown men screaming, man. Hiding and shit, man.
Well, that's why it says the mighty men shall cry their bitterly.
Hiding.
So that's
You're gonna see men hiding, man. Women hiding, grabbing hold of one another. All that feminism is gonna go out the window because they're gonna grab onto them.
Yep.
That's 7 women trying to take hold of one man. All of a sudden, that liberal, that's gonna get power drive out the window, man.
it's going to be digged into the earth.
You know.
Never shall it return again.
But I say this, and I know you guys talking about you want a woman out there. I know you guys don't want a woman. I'm telling you, where do you want to look?
Yeah, because they're going to look like men. They're going to look worse than that.
It's true, brother. You're right.
You're going to grow beards and everything. You're
I'm
going to start
telling you.
seeing beards being
Yeah,
grown.
hairy legs, hairy arms.
And they
Not
gonna
even
smell
gonna wax,
too,
man.
like,
Still. Big hairy armpit. A lot of these won't go look like werewolves, man. Like, what fucking werewolf times 2.
Yeah.
Wolverine, man.
Especially those that love shade.
A big mustache like this guy.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's when that transgender demon's gonna come strong.
Yes, it's going to enhance.
Alright? So I said what? It said pangs, what did it say?
It says, and they shall be afraid, pangs and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Sorrows, man. Hey, the time's gonna come. Because all that pharmacy medication is gonna be out the window. So all the people that's got that they're crazy, man. They need them pills to keep their mood down.
Yeah.
They're just gonna go crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's gonna be a lot of psycho, crazy people in the time to come, man. Because all these pharmaceutical drugs are gonna get raided out, man.
Esau know what he's doing. He know what he's doing. Esau know what he's doing.
And you know,
Because these drugs don't heal.
Ah.
It just keeps it at bay.
Yeah, suppress.
and you know too as well, and the reason, and this is what I believe personally, right? The reason why people are going to go crazy, and it's really because of that medication. Because the thing with, like, the brother mentioned the word pharmacy. And when you look up the word pharmacy, it goes back to the word pharmakia, which means exactly what the brother said, witchcraft. So what they do is to create this medicine or these tablets, they'll mix these 2 drugs together, or these 2 sources together, and that's pretty much the poison that they're giving unto you, and they're saying it's going to heal you, but really it's putting demons on you.
Yep.
That's why when you read the description, it says it could cause headaches, or even medicine for depression. It will say, well, on the description it says, well, it could cause depression, or it could cause thoughts of suicide.
Yep.
That's them demons that's coming in. You got medication.
Yeah.
It's witchcraft.
Yeah. Alright. And like I said, at the time, trust me, that's what I'm saying. You guys, you're gonna start seeing things that you never saw on a regular basis, man. Because all these people, they look normal, they just walk up, they're normal, whole bizarre image. You're gonna start seeing a lot of bug outs. You're gonna start seeing people that are naked, man, no clothes on. Women just got no clothes on. Talking about she just got raped, gang raped and shit.
Yeah, because it's coming back.
People with blood all on themselves, man. Look at everybody's gonna be bums in that time. Everybody's gonna. Have you ever seen a real bum? Because you got the fake bums, the ones that pretend to beg.
Yeah.
And then you got the real bums, the ones that their nails is all messed up. They haven't washed in months. Their clothes is all tattered. The real bums, man. Their teeth is all messed up.
Hair sticks together and everything.
Yeah, the ones that the one look all messed up, man. And they've just experienced 1,000 years of slavery.
But you know what, though, I'm going to say this, though, as well, right? I'm going to say this, like you said that these people look normal. But really, I mean, to me, these people they don't look normal to me. And the reason why I say that, because, like I said, a lot of people are insane. I mean, and I'm looking at them right now, they're not really there.
Yeah.
Something ain't right, man.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the majority. When you look at the majority of the people, you can see that something ain't right, man. They're not there. There's something not there. You know?
You see, these people, what's keeping them sane is them holding on to society. They're holding on to it. They're trying to put on that facade, that image. Because they want to keep up that image to the world. To prove that they're a part of the world.
Wow.
And when that world, that platform, that foundation that they're standing upon is taken from underneath their feet, when a rug is taken from beneath their feet, what are they going to have to stand on, man? Nothing. So that's when their world, the scripture that brothers read them, when their world falls in on itself, man.
Right. And just to add on to what you were saying about how these people are, man, you know, and that kind of thing. I mean, people, and it's like, well, it's basically what I said about how people don't look normal to me, right? And you can clearly see why the hospitals are filled up.
Yeah.
Because people are you can also see that people have a lot of psychological issues. You can see it. It's clear as day. The more in tune with the spirit you are, the more you can read what's going on in people's minds. You can actually do that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I might sound like I'm bugging out, but this is real. The more deeper you are in this faith, the more you can see right through people, man. And what I can see is also know and understand why the hospitals are filled up. And behind closed, I don't cut the brother, because behind closed doors, man, people have all kind of, people are actually losing their mind nowadays more than ever before. Okay, there's more people with psychological issues than you can ever think about.
Yeah.
It's real, man. It's real. All right, you're going.
Yeah, because the hospitals, they're gonna get shut down. The hospitals shut down, bro. So if you got a sickness, you're just gonna get left out there, man. You see all these police cars, they're trying to control the crime and trying to keep everything down and at normal temperatures out here.
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be no police cars, so imagine what the level of crime is gonna escalate when all this takes place.
It's gonna skyrocket. Yeah.
It's gonna skyrocket. There's gonna be no police to try and, alright mate, we're gonna have to whole place you under arrest, and anything you do say, maybe giving the evidence and all that shit.
Yeah, the cops, they're gonna be ducking for cover their damn selves.
Themselves.
Yeah. You know? And all of a sudden, the things that these people look down upon, they're gonna be wind up doing it themselves, man.
And you know, it's wrong to even go as far as saying this. Just to add on to what I was saying as well. Because I mean, when you look at people nowadays, right, and you look at them through their eyes,
Yeah.
you can see that they've already lost the plot already. So just imagine when the final element of confidence is in effect, when they collapse the economy, all bets are off. Because people look crazy as it is, and everything's normal. So just imagine when the rug is taken from off their feet.
Yeah.
You're gonna see some shit, man.
Because they won't know what to trust in. You see, what keeps you stable is the fact that you trust in something.
Yeah.
You have faith in something.
So that's when the time comes when we gotta know that these are the days that the Bible spoke of, man. Our ancestors spoke of. Many centuries and millennia ago, they spoke of these days. They spoke of the great and terrible day of Yahweh. And that we're now in those days. Okay? Now in those days. So now, what is the attitude that we're supposed to have? We're gonna trust in Yahweh. Hashem Yahweh Shai. He's gonna pull us through. That's when the time is gonna find out who the Lord's elect is. Because certain guys, they're gonna fall off, get sifted out, and lose faith.
That's scary, brother.
That's why the first two attributes in Revelation 21 is the fearful and unbelieving shall have their part to play in the second death. That's the first two main attributes. But a lot of guys are going to drop out of this truth because of fear and unbelief.
That is scary, yo.
So as we're nearing the end of Esau's world, as we say, the herd, the Most High is thinning the herd.
Yeah, I'm going to read this. This is Revelation 21, verse 8. It says, "But the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers and idolaters and all liars shall have their part in the lake which burneth with fire and brimstone, which is the second death."
And the churches will have you believe that that's actually talking about an actual lake of fire.
Yeah.
That is spooky, that's some hell condition, like there's going to be a crazy lake of fire. And they can't even tell you where that lake of fire is coming from. Where's that coming from? Like, is that we're just going to enter in a different dimension? There's going to be a lot, you think of like an evil lake of fire, like in the Lord of the Rings, the volcano, and then we fall into the lake of fire, and we start burning. No, that lake of fire is talking about this right here. Because Isaiah, you speaking?
Oh, I was reading Revelations.
John, he saw the earth on fire and he called it the lake of fire. He called it the lake of fire. And the lake of fire is talking about America being lit up by fire, man. Because if you look at the earth and then look at the continent of USA, it actually looks like a lake. And imagine that lake being lit by fire. Those are all people that fit those characteristics. They're going to be consumed by that fire, man.
And there's going to be a lot of them too. A lot of
right? And then the main thing is that the fearful unbeliever, because John knew that there would be guys that will come into this truth and be too afraid to endure unto the end.
Right.
That when time of persecution arises, by and by, they will be offended. Get that?
Matthew 13
Thank you.
and 20, it says, "But he that received the seed to stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet he hath no root in himself, but dureth for a while. For when the tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, by and by he is offended."
Yeah, he did that by purpose. I'm not. You can't get my
You saw that, yeah? You saw that.
Read that again.
This is Matthew 13 and 20, and it says, "But he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word, and anon with joy receiveth it. Yet hath he no root in himself,
He has no root in himself,
but dureth for a while."
but he endureth for a while. So he's enjoying it. Yeah, I can have more than one woman. Yeah, I'm wearing these garments. I'm on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm with this. There's a new movement. It's called Hebrew Israelites. Hebrew Israelites. They're better than Brother Polite. No light. All these other guys. There's different ones. ISUPK, IUIC, and they all arguing one another. So I want to be, I'm down with it. Yeah, I'm wearing a garment. I'm reading. That's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? We're wearing the thing, trying to look cultural and shit.
Got that foundation level.
Yeah. So they endure for a while because it's trendy. It's the new fad, man. But he has no root in himself, meaning he doesn't actually believe in this thing, man. He doesn't see the kingdom. He doesn't see what a brother that is of the elect sees. He doesn't see it. Because that's what you gotta understand. In the camp, not every brother has the same. We're not all this. Certain guys here that are niggas, man. They fit this scripture. They're only in it. They got a different intent, man.
Well, really, they're niggas, brother. They're no brothers. They're just niggas.
Basically, all right. They're just niggas, man. And we've seen a lot of them. We've seen watches. We've seen whole councilors fall off, man. Throughout the years I've been in the truth. I haven't been true for long, but I've seen a lot. So much to the point where I've forgotten a lot of them. All right.
I remember this one guy, man, called, they called